I'm Frank Friedman. I have the honor of being president of Piedmont, Virginia Community College, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 10th Annual Academic and Leadership Awards Convocation. Today we will recognize outstanding PVCC students for their academic achievements, leadership, and service to our college and to the community. The students we recognize today are not only the best of PVCC's 5,600 students, but I truly believe they're among the best students you'll find anywhere, two-year college or four-year college. They are the future leaders of their chosen professions, our community, and indeed our nation. You know, you often hear people worry about the caliber of our future leaders, especially people who seem to be my age all the time, I think. They're always lamenting the fact that today's college students just won't be up to the task. Well, they need to meet these students. I'm confident that our businesses, our community, our nation will be in good hands with these future leaders. Now, each of these students has a story behind their success. For many, it's a story of overcoming obstacles, whether those obstacles were financial, social, or academic. Many of our students needed a second chance or even a third chance to be successful. And I think I speak for all of us up here on the stage, all of our faculty and staff, that PVCC takes great pride in providing opportunity for everyone. Now, the students didn't do it alone. They did it with the support of many of you here, family and friends, and we're so glad that you are here to share in their moment. But the students could not have achieved such success and overcome these barriers without the support and encouragement of the outstanding PVCC faculty and staff. I've truly never worked in my 37 years in higher education. I have never worked with a group so talented and so dedicated to students. And I just want to ask all of our faculty and staff to please stand and let us all recognize you. I also just want to recognize a few special guests here, and I think you're all special guests, but I'd be remiss if I did not recognize the PVCC board members who are here. So I'm just going to ask our college board members who are in the audience, would you please stand? I know Bob Hodis is here. And rushing in right on cue, Peter Kleeman. Welcome, Peter. I just want to offer congratulations to all of our students, and I want to say welcome to all of the family and friends who are here, and I ask you to just sit back and enjoy this awards convocation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Friedman. Good afternoon, and once again, welcome to the Academic and Leadership Awards Convocation. My name is John Donnelly. I'm the Vice President for Instruction and Student Services here at the college. As the Chief Academic and Student Affairs Officer at the college, there really is no greater privilege than the opportunity to recognize the academic and leadership achievements of our students. As Dr. Friedman noted, today we will celebrate our students for their many achievements here. We will award those students who have been recognized by the faculty for their academic achievement. We'll award those students who have been recognized for their leadership accomplishments outside of the classroom. We'll recognize those students who have been awarded scholarships based on merit, and we'll recognize those students who have won academic awards on a state and a national level. And finally, we'll recognize one student with the PVCC Distinguished Student Award. To the honorees sitting in front of me, you should be proud of your accomplishments and your high achievements. I hope you will continue to strive for excellence and continue your academic and leadership pursuits as you all have bright futures ahead of you. To the families, the parents, the significant others, and the friends that are here today, you too should be proud as you likely had part in the success of those students being awarded here this afternoon. Our first recognitions will be the academic awards presented by the faculty from our 3 academic divisions. The students we will recognize were all selected by members of the faculty in recognition of their grade point average, class involvement, service to the college, service to their peers, and for their leadership and motivation. And today, each student will be presented with a check for $100. Faculty, as I call your division, please stand and come forward to present the awards. Students, as I call your name, please come to the stage for a photo to receive your award as I read the comments from the faculty members who nominated you. Academic awards from the Division of Business, Math, and Technologies. Accounting, Baxter C. Kennedy. Baxter is an outstanding accounting student. She is currently working on her 5th accounting class at PVCC, earning high A's in all of them, while also attending UVA classes in the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies program. Her long-term goals include earning a master's degree in accounting and becoming a certified public accountant. Administration of Justice, Matthew T. Rose. Matthew is an excellent student. He has consistently demonstrated a desire to learn and enhance his knowledge regarding the criminal justice system. During the past 2 semesters, he has been an intern with 2 law enforcement agencies, the Albemarle County Police Department, and currently with the Fluvanna County Sheriff's Office. Matthew has great potential for becoming an outstanding professional law enforcement officer. Administrative Support Technology, Patricia Corvarubias. Patricia is an outstanding administrative support student. Her dedication and her discipline to perfect all assignments is clearly noticed, not only by her instructor, but by her classmates as well. This trait can be attributed to the fact that she's a veteran. Her love of learning is apparent when she analyzes her assignments for understanding, not just completion. The Clee and Peggy Parker Award for Business Administration, Daniel F. Kramowski. Dan has excelled in accounting and economics, the core courses of the Business Administration program. As an economics structured learning assistance facilitator, he helps his fellow economics students. He is also willing and able to study with his fellow accounting students. Dan plans to continue his education at UVA's McIntire School of Commerce. Business Management, Jonathan L. Dean. Jonathan epitomizes leadership and success through his academic performance and campus involvement. Not only does he comprehend the material and apply it well as evidenced by his superior GPA, he is also known to assist other students in class as well, both through his participation in class discussion and through personal interactions with his classmates. He comes highly recommended by multiple faculty members. The Margaret M. Murphy Award for Computer Science, Matthew Kriebel. In the 5 years that Mr. Kriebel has been a computer science student at PVCC, he has demonstrated an incredible work ethic, a passion for learning, and a selflessly devoted time to helping his fellow classmates. Prior to this calendar year, Matt volunteered to set up and run a computer science lab. During the past 2 semesters, he's been an unpaid systems administrator and a de facto tutor for computer science courses in the lab. He is a constant and steadying presence that can be relied upon to help students with classwork, as well as ensure the smooth functioning of the lab. The Virginia Ross Award for Culinary Arts, Alexandria L. Hollis. Alex is truly a model student. She is mature beyond her years, intelligent, hardworking, and a role model to her fellow students. She consistently performs at a higher level than what is asked, seeking excellence in everything she does. With her dedication to excellence, Alex will no doubt be successful in her future academic and professional life. Economics, Konstantinos M. Vasalos. Few students stand out among their peers, as does Konstantinos. He demonstrated himself as an intelligent, highly motivated individual in micro and macroeconomics courses, receiving one of the highest grades among A students through his diligent work and extraordinary effort. Constantinos has worked as a structured learning assistance facilitator for macroeconomics classes to not only further his understanding of economics, but also to assist his fellow students in their understanding of it. His engaging economics presentations and devotion to the success of his fellow students make Constantinos a leader in the Department of Economics. The Larry Brown Award for Electronics and Computer Technology, Peter Arthur. Peter is the top student in the Electronics and Computer Technology program and is an exceptionally hardworking student. He excels academically and serves as a role model for his classmates. He is always willing to help other students whenever he can, is an excellent problem solver, and demonstrates a high skill level in the electronics lab environment. The Sarah Rogers Award for Engineering, Dustin J. Widman. Dustin has been a student in the engineering program for 2 years, earning a cumulative GPA of 4.0. He has participated in extracurricular activities and has always been helpful to his classmates. Dustin has applied to transfer to UVA School of Engineering, where he's planning to complete a baccalaureate degree in engineering. The Euler Prize for Excellence in Mathematics, Daniel C. Barker. Daniel has taken 8 mathematics courses at PVCC, ranging from statistics to calculus and from differential equations to discrete mathematics. He has earned the highest marks in every class, showing profound mathematical ability and insight. He has shared his love for mathematics with others as a tutor, a structured learning assistance facilitator, and an officer in the new Math Society, Mu Alpha Theta. It is fitting for Daniel to receive this prize. Not here. Academic awards from the Division of Humanities, Fine Arts, and Social Sciences. Composition, Esther Gritzko. Esther does everything necessary to be a good student, but what makes her outstanding in her reading and writing is a sensitivity to the range of text and issues discussed in English 111 and 112. Her genuine enthusiasm for each task, her joy for learning, and her generosity of spirit make her a supportive member in her writing class. The Denise McClanahan Award for Dance, Janine O. Reyes. The only way to describe Janine is in superlatives. She is an amazingly dedicated and talented dancer. Choreographers are eager to have her as a dancer in a piece not only for a dazzling dance technique, but for a commitment and total immersion in her performance. Her performances draw viewers in like no other. Janine has been an officer in the dance club and performed in a piece that PVCC Dance took to the American College Dance Festival. The Ada Sloan Award for English goes to Paloma Corial. Paloma excels in her classes while juggling a rigorous course load and a full-time job. She aspires to a career in fashion design and has completed a research project last semester that investigated the psychology of clothing preferences. Her ambitious choice to merge an English assignment with a professional goal demonstrates creativity and vision that will serve her well in her future endeavors. Fine Arts, Aubrey L. Tomlin. Aubrey is a talented student working in both fine arts and graphic design. He consistently strives to do more and learn more. If the assignment calls for one concept, he prepares several. He participates in art events on campus and in the community. In addition to his excellent work as a student, he is a dedicated family man. Aubrey personifies the best and brightest at PVCC. The Rebecca and Andrew Straley Award for German, John B. Butcher. Besides consistently doing excellent coursework in German, John has gone well beyond the course requirements with his outside reading of literary and journalistic text. He has shared his readings with others, and he has even made the effort to recite poetry for the first-year students who were delighted and inspired by his performance. The Roger C. Chapuis Award for French, Bethany H. Popelish. Bethany is an extraordinary, conscientious student, but her strength does not lie only in her excellent academic achievement. What truly sets her apart from other equally accomplished students is her willingness to connect with and extend help to other students, and through her contagious enthusiasm. She raises the participation and performance level of the entire French class. History, Tara L. Schutte. Tara is a self-professed history geek. She engages deeply with course material and clearly loves the subject. A competent writer, she effectively deploys evidence, writes solid footnotes, and shines in class discussion. A fellow traveler in history, she consistently demonstrates a wide grasp of the subject matter, and her peers often benefit when she applies her critical eye to historical documents during class. The Carol Friedman and Gail Kopla Award for Humanities, Fawn M. Kroniski. Fawn excelled in both semesters of Survey of Western Culture. Her papers and presentations exhibited a superior level of understanding and also an intellectual curiosity and engagement with the material. Fawn's preparedness and insightful interactions with her peers made her a leader in the classroom. The Francis G. and Glenn M. Norcutt Award for Literature, Patricia E. Smith. Patricia has taken both classes of British literature. She was one of the most advanced thinkers and writers in the first class. This semester, she has come into her own as an initiator of class discussions as well. As her self-confidence continues to increase, there is no limit to what she may achieve in the future. The Prudence Curtis Award for Music, Austin B. Pullen. Austin has been an excellent student through 4 PVCC music courses. Reliable and conscientious in all of his own work, he also collaborates effectively with others. Though never one to boast, Austin is a talented performer and plans to continue to develop his skills and knowledge at a 4-year college. Philosophy, Nathan P. Ramsey. Nathan is an exceptional philosophical thinker who consistently developed original criticisms and insights into philosophical problems. His ability to develop helpful alternative explanations of obscure philosophical concepts was helpful to his fellow students, and Nathan's presence in the class contributed to a greater depth of discussion. The Mary Ann Elwood Award for Political Science, Scott M. Crouch. Scott didn't like politics and government much when he first stepped into class, but because of his inquiring mind and inquisitive nature, he got it and became one of the most engaged and enthusiastic students of the year. Scott is one of those students who make professors love their job. The Dr. Neil Friedman Award for Psychology, Tris G. Buck. Tris is motivated to learn in a way that goes beyond just achieving a certain grade. Although he earned excellent grades, he is knowledge-driven rather than grade-driven, seeks answers to difficult questions. Tris was also a catalyst in class discussions by stimulating other students to participate and think about the topic of discussion. The John Albert Broadus Award for Religion, Nathan C. Moore. Nathan was an enthusiastic and interested participant in the New Testament and Early Christianity course. He consistently and helpfully contributed to class discussions and interactions, both posting thoughtful questions and in listening respectively to the views of others. Nathan completed course assignments with excellence. Sociology, Amy R. Kennel. Amy has proven to be an exceptional student in sociology. She actually had a sociology class every day last semester and survived. Amy embodies what it means to be an outstanding student: great attendance, great participation, intellectual curiosity, wonderful research skills, and hard work. Amy will be successful in all of her future endeavors, and we are certainly lucky to have had her as a student. Spanish, Fletcher J. Gore. Fletcher is an excellent student who is passionate about the Spanish language and culture. His class performance in the last 4 semesters distinguishes him as one of the best students of his class. His keen observations reflect his interest in the subject matter and highlight his ability to look at new ideas and points of view from different perspectives and with an open mind. Speech, Kathleen Tomlin. Outstanding grades do not always capture the impact of a stellar student. This is the case with Kathleen, who not only overcame the unique circumstances of joining my class only months after being released from Fluvanna Correctional Facility, but courageously used this difficult experience as source material for her speeches. Her academic excellence, desire to achieve, and refusal to make excuses were a profound source of inspiration. Theater, Hannah M. Dorse. While excelling in all of her classes, Hannah brings a special enthusiasm, intelligence, and talent to her work as an acting student. An eager volunteer and an active participant in both in class and in PVCC theater productions, she demonstrates an understanding of the work of an actor, an eagerness to expand her skills, and a delightful spirit of cooperation with others. Academic awards from the Division of Health and Life Sciences. The Dolores Brandolo Award for Anatomy and Physiology, Luis A. Morales. Luis is a dedicated, diligent student who completed Anatomy and Physiology 1 with a perfect 100% and is continuing the same level of excellence in Anatomy and Physiology 2. He consistently comes to team-based learning sessions well prepared. Luis is skilled at applying anatomical and physiological knowledge to clinical applications and sharing his ideas clearly and concisely with his team members. Biology, Carolyn E. Daniels. Carolyn is a thoughtful, creative biology student, passionate about plant sciences and environmental biology. She came to PVCC with no intention of pursuing biology, but after 1 semester of general biology, she found her passion. Carolyn continued her interest this semester by taking 2 lab sciences, Biology 102 and Environmental Biology. She is also very active in the Horticulture and Environmental Club, where she will be found this spring planting the garden or spreading awareness of environmental concerns. Biotechnology, Taylor L. Wright. Taylor excelled in every biology course he took here at PVCC, especially the difficult upper-level courses in cell biology and genetics. In addition to a strong academic achievement, Taylor is an active member of our scientific community and his involvement in the Science Club, demonstrates. The Francis Reese and Barbara Heil Award for Chemistry, Andrew C. Lamb. Chet has been an outstanding student of chemistry for the last 4 semesters. He loves chemistry and science in general. He is a seeker. He asks the tough questions because he really wants to understand, and he answers the tough questions because he works at understanding. He has consistently had one of the highest averages in every chemistry course he has taken, and he has excelled in the laboratory. A little known fact about Chet: he's a master beekeeper. The Kirby Award for Diagnostic Medical Sonography, Sarah Aboud. Sarah is an all-around exemplary student striving to excel in clinical education. In addition to being strong academically, she consistently demonstrates positive interactions with her peers and instructors and is always willing to help others by mentoring or explaining concepts. Sarah is well on her way to becoming a great sonographer. The Elizabeth Morning Ham Award for Emergency Medical Services, Brandy Joyner. Brandy is an overall excellent student and regularly helps other students in the classroom and lab. She is a source of knowledge for her fellow students, always willing to share her knowledge in and out of the classroom and lab. Brandy always presents cases with positive attitude. Her clinical preceptors attest to her knowledge and pleasurable demeanor in clinicals. Geology, Angela E. Niebel. Angela is an A student in physical geology and, based on a harrowing life experience, has decided to major in geology. She was living in Chile in 2010 when the 5th largest recorded earthquake struck, resulting in significant damage and death. People did not understand what was happening, and from the experience, Angela decided she wanted to major in geology to better understand this type of natural disaster. Health Information Management, Margaret Duncan. Margaret is an outstanding student showing initiative in the classroom and beyond. She has a firm grasp of health information management procedures and has shown her ability in the coding and billing areas. She is a delight to have in class and asks relevant questions to make sure she understands all the work required of her. She will make an excellent health information management specialist. The Campbell Ross Award for Horticulture, Andrew M. Harriman. Andrew is active in class discussions and models our high expectations for student engagement. He has actively sought learning opportunities not only at PVCC through his work in the student gardens, but also in the Charlottesville community. Microbiology, Todd M. Lang. Todd is an outstanding student, supportive of other students, consistently earning A grades on exams and lecture and lab classes. He asks challenging questions in lecture, and he expects the best of his instructors. If there are questions on exam that were confusing, he'll point them out after the exam. Todd is enthusiastic about learning and about applying the concepts studied in both lecture and lab to his career goals. Patient Admissions Coordinator, Lori A. Smith. Lori is an outstanding student showing initiative in the classroom and beyond. She has a firm grasp of patient admissions coordinator procedures and has shown her ability in the coding and billing areas. Lori is a fast learner and will make an excellent patient admission coordinator specialist. The Mary Lamb Wyatt Award for Practical Nursing, Samantha L. LeBrun. Samantha is off to a good start as a practical nursing student. Her academic work has been superior, and she has jumped into her clinical practicums with enthusiasm, making the most of each experience. Samantha is helpful and caring of her peers and has been instrumental in building a sense of community with her cohort. The Mildred Montag Award for Nursing, Keela M. Rader. Keela has proven herself to be a motivated student, strong communicator, and consummate professional. One of Keela's primary strengths is her affinity for patient advocacy and teaching. She is not daunted by patient barriers and offers them quality care and education in such a manner that engages each patient. Keela will truly be an asset to the nursing profession.
Not here.
The Wyant Dowell Family Award for Physical Education, Thomas S. Carpenter IV. Sid is a professor's dream. As you look up at the stage, you can see that Sid is athletic, fit, strong, and secure. Despite the abundance of knowledge pertaining to wellness that Sid began the class with, he arrived with a humble attitude. His willingness to assist other students with kindness and patience is an invaluable addition to the fitness class. Please congratulate Sid for his steadfast desire to be a role model for what hard work can accomplish. The Elizabeth Nally Award for Radiography, Edward G. Songer, Jr. Gordon is not only an excellent academic student, but also has a refreshingly positive outlook for the program and his academic responsibilities. In the clinical setting, he is dedicated to teamwork and applies his didactic skills appropriately, even in intense situations. He has offered guidance to students who appear to be struggling. Given his leadership and patient care skills, Gordon will make an outstanding imaging technologist. We have one more, I think. We have one more, and I don't have the dedication, but Professor Duff, let's have one more round of applause for all of our awardees. Also today, we would like to recognize our students who were nominated by the faculty for inclusion in the Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges. These students were chosen by the faculty for their academic excellence and for their student leadership. A listing of these students can be found in your program. With those students who were nominated for inclusion in the Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges, please stand and be recognized. And students, at the conclusion of the program, I invite those who are recognized to come up to the stage with your certificate for a group photo. It's now my pleasure to introduce our Academic and Leadership Awards Convocation speaker. Dr. Colin Malecki currently serves as Associate Professor of History here at PVCC. Dr. Leckie has taught history full-time at the college since 2006. He teaches both world history and Western civilization courses, but has a love for all history. Dr. Leckie holds both a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in history from the University of Virginia, and he earned his PhD in history with an emphasis on modern Russia and Eastern Europe from the University of Pittsburgh. Dr. Leckie is a leader amongst his faculty peers. He is a scholar in the area of Russian history, having published books, articles, and conference papers. Dr. Leckie returned to PVCC this past spring from participating in a Fulbright scholarship at Orenburg State University in the Russian Federation during the fall of 2013, and we're glad to have him back. Dr. Leckie is also PVCC's nominee for the Outstanding Faculty Award, awarded by SCHEV, the State Council for Higher Education in Virginia. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Leckie to the podium.
Thanks. Congratulations on your awards. I may teach history, but truth is I always wanted to be a rock star. Still do. Piedmont's my day job. I come out at night and I play in several bands pursuing my dream. Sometimes my students catch me playing. That can be really funny. One night a few years ago, female voice screams out, "You're my history professor! What are you doing here?" That's exactly the way she said it. I responded, "You're my history student! Same to you, lady!" This story illustrates what I like about community colleges. Not just those adoring fans, but the way the college is an extension of the community and vice versa. We're not an ivory tower. We couldn't if we tried, because the rules clearly state that anyone in the community can come in and then for a very small price take a course. And since Charlottesville has a lot of creative people to begin with, it's inevitable that music and theater and artistic life will percolate up and into the classroom. For example, directly under this stage stands Dickinson 106. It's directly across from the piano practice rooms. I teach a lot of classes in Dickinson 106. This semester, 3 afternoons a week, the future Mozarts of the world, I think where I saw them down there, they're across the hall, pounding the keys, stepping all over my carefully crafted lesson on the Tang Dynasty. Thanks a lot, dude. No problem. Dickinson 106 has its own piano. Did you know that? This semester, I have one class with a whole bunch of students who know how to play the piano. They can do it really well. They can hold their own against you, Mozart. They frequently serenade us, me, the whole class, as we're settling in for the hour. They play ragtime, jazz, Beethoven, Chopin. We're building up the nerve to challenge the Mozarts next door to a duel. Speaking of duels, just 2 weeks ago, the Piedmont Volunteer Club held its Battle of the Bands fundraiser here on this very stage. They asked me to MC. I couldn't say no. Suddenly, all those students who sit in my classes or who I see every day in the halls, they took the stage, they showed us what they got. One of them played Bach. It's not a band. Another one and his buddies, they played some gospel music, great version of I Saw the Light. Another one, multi-instrumentalist, he's in that class, with the Mozarts. He played in 2 Americana bands that night. They took home a prize as well. My favorite was a young lady, another former student of mine, who, with a friend of hers, performed the most idiosyncratic and moody version of You Are My Sunshine. Wonderful, in the minor key. I mean it, I really mean it. To round it all off, the stage manager was one of my punk rock comrades in arms in the local music scene. I don't think he's here today, too bad. He's also one of my students in Dickinson 106. Seriously. At Piedmont, the erasure of borders cuts across time as well as space. Just last year, I realized that our new theater director, whose office is next to mine, used to work with me at the C&O restaurant. You know that place downtown? He was a waiter. I was a ladder runner. Ladder runners are glorified dishwashers. When we became aware of our shared past, he asked me, you still ladder running? And I told him I quit to pursue my dream of being a rock star. How's that working out for you, Professor? Anyway, at exactly the same time, I had assigned my classes a play by the Czech dissident playwright Václav Havel, later became president of Czechoslovakia after the collapse of communism. It's all about the absurdities of everyday life under communism. It's also extremely funny, in a very slapstick way. I saw Frank laughing at it. He went to the play, yes. So I passed this play on to the theater director, just thinking he'd get a big kick out of it. Next thing I know, he's staging it. He's casting several of my students in that very same class in leading roles. Now that is a quick turnaround. It's also life at Piedmont. I casually recommend a play to some dude, some old friend. Next thing I know, it's being performed right here on this stage, brilliantly, I might add, featuring my own students who studied it in my class. It's not all song and dance here. Other aspects of real life insinuate themselves into our teaching all the time. Just a couple of years ago, a huge storm blew through the area. It left the campus without power for the whole morning. Most of the classrooms here have no windows. We should work on that. It was too dark to hold class in them. Rather than dismiss our students, we held class in the hallways anyway. The show must go on, right? I'll always remember that day, students and teachers totally drenched from the rain. It was quite a cloudburst. Huddled in these dimly lit corridors, there was practically no light there, shivering from the cold, everybody doing their duty. It's not the kind of scene you'd want to feature in a brochure or on the website. Then again, maybe it is, because I never saw my students perform better. Who needs electricity or technology when we have each other? I once suggested to Frank, we have Zero Technology Day. Do you remember that, Frank? You do. Finally, there's my Native American history class. It starts at 5:30, right after this. One student in it, whose name I will not reveal, she comes from the Lakota Sioux. She's extremely knowledgeable of the history and culture of her people. It's the first time I've ever taught the subject, so I'm always a bit nervous in that class. So several weeks ago, I'm delivering a lecture on the Wounded Knee Massacre of 1890. The student listened very intently, arms folded, front row center, as I tried to describe and analyze the most tragic event in all of Sioux history. I've been at this job for a long time. It was the most nerve-wracking and humbling moment of my entire career. So after class, the students are leaving. I go up to her, I go, "Yeah, how'd I do?" She goes, "You get a B." I go, "Yeah." So, this is typical for Piedmont. Students and the larger community have created this cultural wave themselves. The people who work here just ride it. I like its democratic spirit, not democracy in a narrow political term, heaven forbid, but more as, I am a history teacher, Montesquieu once defined it. For him, the spirit of democracy is equality, and a real democracy has mechanisms in place to hold bigness in check. So long as we keep our school accessible, cheap, and simple, we'll be fine. So I'll close with his words. The good sense and happiness of people in a democracy depend on their talents and their wealth being neither too great nor too small. If it has many moderate people, they will be wise. And because they are happy, it will be happy. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Colin. My name is Mary Lee Walsh, and I have the pleasure today of introducing the Student Leadership Awards for 2014. Students, when I call your name, would you please come to the podium? The first award is the Walt Kehoe Tutoring Award, and it goes to Ryan Harris. Ryan gained the tutoring position when he explained how he wrote using song lyrics to help him study for history exams. This whimsical yet thoughtful style has made Ryan an excellent tutor. He is a careful listener and brings a positive attitude to work every day. We wish him well as he moves on to a four-year school. The next award is from the Anime Club, and it goes to Leo Murphy. Leo is smart, polite, serious, and hardworking. He organized the club along Japanese traditional Karuto society and has been active for 2 years, serving as the president. He is a positive, creative, and enthusiastic in learning the language and the culture. He is a great leader and a pleasure to work with. The next award is from the Art Club, and it goes to Megan Channing. Megan is fairly new to the Art Club, but she jumped in with both feet. At a recent gallery open, she joined in and worked tirelessly to prepare food and make beautiful platters. She became immediately indispensable and an integral part of the team. She is a wonderful addition to the Art Club, and club members and instructors look forward to continuing their work with her. The next award goes to from the basketball club, and it goes to John Chandler. Unfortunately, John will not be able to attend this afternoon. Our next award is from the book club, and it goes to Lauren Crandonidiotis. Lauren is the book club president, and over the last year has inspired students to join and become active participants. Lauren has done an outstanding job of organizing and leading the book club, and is commended for her many contributions to its success. The next award is from the Christian Student Fellowship Club, and it goes to Kyle Hersey. Kyle is an integral member of the Christian Student Fellowship, and under his leadership, the group has grown stronger, becoming more structured and focused. Kyle will graduate in May with an associate's in general studies and plans to transfer to Liberty University to pursue a combined degree in youth ministry and media studies. The next award is from the Creative Writing Club, and it goes to Ryan Harris. Ryan has organized the Creative Writing Club under the name Writers Unite. He spearheaded the popular 3-minute horror story, organized this year's literary magazine, and is currently head peep in our first Peep-a-Palooza. In addition to bringing great energy to the Creative Writing Club, he's one fantastic writer himself. The next award is from the Graphics Club, and it goes to Jimmy Galano. Last summer, Jimmy worked on a large project for the fitness center at PVCC. He spent hours photographing the student athletes during their workouts. He took hundreds of photos that were edited down to dozens of images, which were then printed, framed, and hung in the fitness center. His work is a testament to his determination and talent. The award for the Horticulture and Environmental Club goes to Jonathan L. Dean. Jonathan is a true practitioner of leadership. It was only when a gap in the leadership position opened that he volunteered, albeit reluctantly. Since that day, he has led the club and championed the PVCC community garden while becoming more and more active with campus organizations. His organizational skills and "if I can do it, so can you" attitude inspires confidence in all those around him. The award from the International Club goes to Parisa Hagwala. Parisa has been a passionate officer of the International Club since the fall of 2013. She introduced many activities to the club and worked hard at involving students in the social life of the college. She spreads her enthusiasm and motivation to all members of the club. The award for the Investment Club goes to Grant Clem. Grant has served as the president of the Investment Club this year, fostering a sense of communication and camaraderie among its members. And this has been one of his greatest accomplishments while running the club. He was in charge of directing club meetings, organizing get-togethers off campus for club and faculty members, and creating topics for discussion on banking, investing, and transferring to four-year colleges. His motivation and enthusiasm encourages students to be involved in the life of the college. The award from the Japanese Club goes to Noah Watson. Noah is an excellent student and a great leader. He has been very active with the Japanese Club for 2 years, serving as president this year and proving to be hardworking and responsible in this capacity as well. He is positive, creative, enthusiastic in learning the language and the culture. Okay, the Life is for Everyone Club award goes to Mary Hedges. Mary is a talented leader with compassion for life that surpasses expectations. This compassion has called her to educate our community on the important issues of pro-life and guidance to not only those who seek it, but all of society. She is admired for her passion and has laid the foundation for a successful future for the club. The award for the Maskers Club goes to Gabriel Cruz. Gabby has been a steady and reliable force for the technical needs as a stage manager and as a production helper. She has basically assisted with more theater load-ins and load-outs than any other student for a number of years. Gabby is always bright and efficient, taking care of whatever is handed to her. The award for Mu Alpha Theta goes to Armin Motaji. Armin is the president of and driving force behind Mu Theta. His boundless enthusiasm and energy stimulate club activities and discussions. His leadership guided the Honor Society to host a Pi Day celebration and to sponsor a family starry night in conjunction with the Charlottesville Astronomical Society. Armin has demonstrated many skills that will serve him well as he continues in his career. The Music Club Leadership Award goes to Erin Neely. As president of the Music Club, Erin combines her leadership with musical intelligence, engaging and friendly personality, and considerable talent on the violin, and encourages and motivates. Whether playing with fellow students, as she did with the Music Club when they presented the scholarship dinner, or at a club meeting, her enthusiasm and infectious Irish fiddling inspires others. The award for Phi Theta Kappa goes to Nathaniel Rica. PTK is particularly proud of the direction Nathaniel has chosen to lead the club by involving it in activities which will get international recognition for achieving the 5 stars in the PTK 5-star chapter development plan. Nathaniel exhibits his thirst for leadership not only with PTK, but as the Chief Operating Officer for the Investment Club, President of SGA, maintaining a 3.9 GPA. The Leadership Award for the Pottery Club goes to Ava Considine. Ava is the Pottery Club president and is a wonderful addition to the ceramics program. She's always willing to help others with enthusiasm and creativity. Her hard work, attention to detail, and creative vision will take her far. The Radiography Club Leadership Award goes to Ashley Taylor. Ashley has spearheaded many fundraisers for the Radiology Club this year. She provides encouragement to her peers and has led activities to help financially support the club in their goal to attend the Virginia Society of Radiologic Technology. Her leadership would set a great example for the rising second-year students. We wish her well. The Soccer Club Leadership Award goes to Anthony Williams, Jr. Anthony has demonstrated both commitment and responsibility this year in his work for the soccer club. The details involved in organizing the soccer club are not to be undervalued. Anthony's efforts resulted in a team that embodied sportsmanship and fun. Serving as the liaison between the Office of Student Activities and the local soccer association, Anthony tirelessly made certain his team represented the college with class in both the Adult Winter League and the Adult Spring League. The award for Structured Learning Assistance Facilitator goes to Rachel Ace Shepard. Rachel is an outstanding student and an exceptional person. She has mentored first-year students, tutored students in the First Quadrant Math Center, and facilitated peer-assisted study sessions in both economics and sociology. Rachel encourages students to take responsibility for their own learning and helps them become more confident and capable. She possesses a positive, caring, two-way attitude, and she's a joy to be around. The award for student activities goes to Tierney Palmer Klein, and unfortunately she is unable to join us today. The award for the Student Government Association goes to Nathaniel Rica. Once again, the bar for student leadership has been raised. Exhausting the lexion of the superlative, Nathaniel has been extraordinary, tireless, committed, focused, determined, passionate, assertive, and fair. While these words may put a smile on your faces, you must understand that in our eyes, Nathaniel, in the eyes of the club, has been one of the best SGA presidents, even across the country. The SGA has had a marvelous year, due in no small part to his leadership. The next award is for the Student Nurses Association, and it goes to William Bannister. Mike has been a mature and dedicated student leader within our Student Nurses Association. He encourages his peers with humor and professionalism, and during his tenure as president, the club has doubled in size and increased its number of sponsored activities. Mike's strong leadership and commitment will serve him well in his future career. And now the award from the Volunteer Club goes to Shelley O'Connor. Shelley has done an amazing job as Vice President of the Volunteer Club. She was instrumental in the Halloween Kids Night and organized the Battle of the Bands event. Shelley goes the extra mile to ensure that all tasks get accomplished. The club is very lucky to have her organization, her compassion, and her dedication. And now I would like to make one final recognition, and that is to 6 PVCC ambassadors that have served us and provided outstanding leadership in this past year. I'm going to ask ambassadors to please stand as I call their name, and if you can wait until you can hold your applause until the very end. First PVCC Ambassador of 2014, Grant Clem. Jacob Donovan. Christina Smith. Rachel Shepard. Brandon Zeman, and Monterey Bertram. Thank you all so much. Please join me.
And we've had one more of our academic award recipients arrive. I think that's right. It's for the Wolf, Goss, and Meyer Award for Physics, Jackson D. Hendricks. We're going to have the faculty come forward. Jackson's interest in physics is truly exciting and contagious. His positive attitude, friendliness, and academic achievements are exemplary. He is always there to lend a hand and to fellow students and to instructors. Jackson will continue to distinguish himself as he moves on to a four-year college and in the future as he fulfills his dream of becoming president of the greatest nation.
Good afternoon. I'm Jim Ross, Vice President for Institutional Advancement and Development, and I'm also Executive Director of the Educational Foundation. And I want to start by letting you know that I have witnessed tremendous generosity from our foundation board members that benefits our students in extraordinary ways. Please join me in a round of applause to thank all the dedicated members of our Educational Foundation Board. One of the best quotes about the spirit of donating is by Arthur Francer, who said, "The art of philanthropy is a spiritual act, an expression of caring for one's fellow human beings. It is a belief in the future and that the future can be good. It is investing in that future. It is helping to make that dream come true." Scholarships are a major way our foundation helps our students' dreams come true. This year alone, our scholarships exceeded $280,000. If you received a foundation scholarship this year, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we ask each of you and the donors to come to the stage for photos. With us today are some of our generous scholarship donors. I ask you to please stand as I call your names, and we give you a round of applause. John Watterson III helped establish the Watterson Honors Scholarship in honor of his father, John W. Watterson Jr., who was forced to delay college for a year because his family had limited means. Thank you very much, John. Elena Prain established the Stalick Hassler Scholarship to honor her parents as new Americans. Her parents were Leda Hassler, a child of immigrants, and Hella Stalick, an immigrant who came to America at the age of 11. Thank you very much, Elena. Mike and Ellen Neal established the Arboristry Integrity Scholarship. It's awarded to support a student in physical and natural sciences, preferably in horticulture. Thank you very much, Mike and Ellen. Linda Hitt is a highly respected PVCC accounting professor who who established the Lewis W. Garfield Scholarship to honor the memory of her father. Thank you so very much, Linda. Sandra Everton is the treasurer of the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 74, which established the Francis B. Updike Nursing Scholarship. Thank you very much, Sandra. And now I'd ask that all faculty members please stand. The Edmund Berkeley Scholarship was established by our Faculty Senate in honor of a founding faculty member here. It is one of our oldest and most coveted scholarships. Please join me in thanking our faculty for this scholarship. We are very pleased to recognize students who received National Science Foundation scholarships this year. Tremendous accomplishment. Their names are listed in the program. Will each of you please stand so we can give you a big round of applause? On behalf of the Educational Foundation Board of Directors, we congratulate all students honored today, and we thank all our donors whose gifts have made possible the buildings that enable your classes, your academic programs, your scholarships, and for investing in your future so that your dreams could come true. Thank you very much.
Thanks to the generosity of the Blue Ridge Rotary Club, one Piedmont student will be spending the summer down in Argentina, studying in Buenos Aires and enjoying one of the world's great cities. This year, the recipient is Fletcher Gore. Don't forget the postcard.
I'm Bruce Robinson. This is Dr. Kit Decker. We are co-advisors to Phi Theta Kappa, and it gives us great honor to present to you your All-Virginia academic team. Each two-year college in Virginia may nominate 2 students per campus to the All-USA academic team. Students from Virginia nominated to the national team comprise the All-Virginia academic team. Nominations are based on outstanding academic performance and service to the college and community. Piedmont Virginia Community College proudly recognizes its 2 nominees. First, we will ask PTK's Vice President of Fellowship, Mary Hedges, to come to the stage. Our other nominee is PTK's president and president of everything else here but the college, Nathaniel Ricka.
I might just add that Mary and Nathaniel were honored at a wonderful luncheon yesterday in Richmond that many of us were able to attend, and it was very well deserved. I also might mention, Bruce just said Nathaniel's president of everything except the college presidency, and I'm a little worried he's working on that one. I get to present the Distinguished Student Award. The Distinguished Student Award was established in 1994 to recognize students who demonstrate exemplary service or leadership at the college and through activities in the college service region and beyond. Nominations are submitted to the college's awards committee, which makes the difficult choice among the many outstanding nominees. And from what I was told, there were outstanding nominees this year, and it truly was a very difficult decision. This year's recipient, and I call him back up to the stage, Nathaniel Ricca. Now I get to embarrass him. This is good. Nathaniel is being recognized for his extraordinary contributions to PVCC student life. Nathaniel has been described, and students and faculty and staff will know exactly what this means, our guests won't, but he's been described as the student version of Kemper Steele. Talking and moving enthusiastically at warp speed. No wonder he's able to be so involved with so many college activities. President of the Student Government Association and Phi Theta Kappa, an officer in the Investment Club, member of the Horticulture and Environmental Club and the Volunteer Club. As you just saw, a member of the All Virginia team, who's who among American students, and so on and so on. And he also holds a 3.9 GPA, not bad. He is on his way to UVA McIntire School of Commerce, and his longer-term goal is to earn an MBA at either Harvard or Stanford, which would be outstanding. I think you can see why he was selected. He exemplifies service, leadership, and academic excellence, and it is my pleasure to congratulate and present to you the 2014 Distinguished Student, Nathaniel Ricca.
Congratulations once again to all of our awardees this afternoon. Let's give them one more round of applause. As a reminder, for those students who have been nominated for the Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges, please come up to the stage after we conclude for a group photograph. This does conclude the Academic and Leadership Awards Convocation program. I do invite you to attend a reception to honor the awardees. It's located upstairs behind us in the Dickinson Commons. Thank you for coming and have a great evening.